Hello, and welcome to Mexico News Network's Daily Report. I'm your host, Mara Thompson. Today we have new information for you, but first, don't forget to visit us at mexiconewsnetwork.com, as well as follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, so you can always stay on top of all the relevant information on the positive side of Mexico and the world. Let's start with today's show. The world of science is difficult, and even more so when you're a young, underprivileged indigenous woman victim of discrimination. In spite of all that, in 2014, Cynthia Mena Duran managed to graduate with a doctorate at the University of York's Green Chemistry Center of Excellence in England. Her story started out in Peba, a small Maya community of barely 250 inhabitants, located in the state of Yucatan in Mexico. As a little girl, she attended the only elementary school in the area, where she soon stood out for her ability to learn. Her lack of resources made her path difficult. Being still underage, Cynthia had to work as a cook, housemaid, and nanny just to be able to afford her school. And though her pennilessness didn't stop her, her skin color and humble origin made her subject to discrimination. In the city of Mérida, in Yucatan, she worked for a wealthy family who belittled her for her job as a domestic servant. But that didn't discourage her, and soon her life changed when Alfredo Buenfil, a generous soul, decided to help pay for Cynthia's high school after reading a newspaper article about her. With his support, she graduated as the best student of her class, winning the gold medal at the 2003 Mexican National Chemistry Olympics. Her desire to carry on with her studies kept taking her farther and farther from her home and her family, until she finally crossed the pond over 8,000 kilometers to York, England. There, under Professor James Clark's guidance, she studied her doctorate at one of the most renowned green chemistry study centers in the world. Still, she never forgot her hometown, Peba. Now with her doctorate, she has come back to Mexico and is now working in the village where she was born, teaching English to little kids every Saturday and advocating for science, art, and literature workshops for the community. Why? Cynthia stated that even though everybody told her to go work at some private college, she wanted to be in public schools. She comes from a poverty-stricken family from a rural community, and people sometimes forget that people in this situation also deserve quality education. Microsoft recently launched the Color Binoculars app, which will allow colorblind people to see the world in a different way. Color blindness prevents the sufferers from distinguishing certain colors or makes them confuse some colors with others, so it is sometimes difficult for these people to see the world. The app was developed by two engineers from the company Microsoft. One of them is colorblind, which helped him to create something that will really help people who, like him, cannot distinguish and see all colors. Color Binoculars uses the camera of the cell phone to adjust the colors so that they are easier to distinguish, then translate them into the screen and thus create an improved image for the user. Tom Overton, Microsoft's colorblind engineer who created the software, commented on the company's blog that he has difficulty distinguishing between red and green, and his app makes the red brighter and the green more obscure, so the differences become much more obvious. The app offers 3 color modes: red-green, green-red, and blue-yellow. Ting Ting Su and Overton started working on the app during a Microsoft hackathon in 2015 and later culminated it in the company's Microsoft Garage program. Microsoft Garage is a company team dedicated to explore and create apps that can work with other operating systems other than Windows. In this case, Color Binoculars is available for iOS. We have all heard about Harry Potter. We've read the books and watched the films, which were beautifully musicalized by various composers such as John Williams and Alexandre Desplat. We may even have heard about the official Harry Potter concert organized by Cine Concerts and Warner Brothers, in which a symphony orchestra plays the music from the soundtrack live while projecting the film on a screen. Now, the official concert tour, the Harry Potter Film Concert Series, will arrive to Mexico, where it will be presented in Mexico City on January 21st and 22nd, 2017 in the National Auditorium, and in the city of Monterrey, Nuevo León on January 28th and 29th, where it will be held at the Pabellon Auditorium. This will be the second time the tour visits a Hispanic country, and will be its first time in Mexico. The presentation will allow you to see the first film in the saga, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, while a symphony orchestra plays the music of the famous composer John Williams, who was in charge of creating the soundtrack for the film. And for all Harry Potter fans, this is not the only surprise that Warner Brothers has for them. Along with the much-expected premiere of the new movie, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, an exhibition of original objects used during filming is now being displayed in our country. The film debuts on November 18th, and the exhibit includes magazines and newspapers commonly used by the New York magicians and witches community of the 1920s, an official ID of MACUSA, the Magic Congress of the United States of America, a magic wand of an auror, and another of an executor, among many other things. This exhibition can already be seen in several commercial centers in the country, and in addition, the visitors will be able to interact with a digital app in which they will be able to cast 1 of 5 spells, and after that, they will receive a video they can share on their social networks. The places where you can still visit the exhibition are Paseo a Coxpa in Mexico City from November 17th to the 20th, Galerías Cuernavaca from November 25th through the 27th, and Galerías Metepec Toluca from December 1st to December 4th. This was all for today. My name is Mara Thompson, and this is Daily Report by Mexico News Network. Remember to follow us on our social networks and to log on to mexiconewsnetwork.com for more positive information on Mexico and the world. Thanks for stopping by. If you liked our content, remember to like and subscribe. If you want to always stay on top of the daily news, visit our playlist. For an in-depth analysis of the travel industry in Mexico, check the playlist of our Travel Insider, or take a look at our written articles if you don't want to ever miss any detail of what's happening in Mexico and the world.